New dating is really confusing, and nothing is more confusing than when your partner or your new date is blowing hot and cold. Like, what does that mean? You know about ghosting, you know about haunting, all that. But this is different. You see, because most people that blow hot or cold, they're not sure of what they're feeling. Many of them are scared. Sometimes they've been burnt in a bad relationship in the past. They may have had a recent death in the family, but the problem with them is they're not good at communicating what's going on. So all you get are the reactions that they show you. And that, unfortunately, is really bad timing because you don't really know the person. You're just getting to know them and you think you like them. So what can you expect from this? Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you is it's going to be up to you how many chances you give this person. Stage one in the relationship is when you guys are gaga over each other. I mean, you're totally infatuated, totally in lust. You see no flaws with each other. I mean, it's kind of the stage that we talk about with affairs that make them so addictive. This person's addictive because you've never been around somebody like this, and they give back. They're able to love you. All systems are looking like go. And so when stage two comes around, you just are like, what in the world is going around? Stage two is when the person starts presenting, more weirdness, like they kind of stand back. They say they're going to call you and they don't, or their texts aren't quite as frequent, or, they're just not talking the same. There's something different. And then what you naturally do is you go, oh my gosh, what did I do? What did I say? Maybe I insulted their mother in a way I didn't mean to, or was I too hard on their best friend being a girlfriend or a guy friend? Like, what did I do? And the problem is because this person is not a good communicator with what's going on with themselves, they're not able to be vulnerable. You feel somewhat reluctant to just come out and say what you mean. So you usually kind of hint around. And you know what I say about hinting? It never works. What ends up happening with this is you may change. You may get clingier. You may start thinking, oh my gosh, like maybe they want me to chase them more, to let them know how I feel. Don't do that, because if you have this kind of a pattern going so far, it may mean that this person's just a player and that they're not ever going to be real with you or commit to you. And I think that's what's really important. Stage three is really fascinating because in stage three, I think it's the most confusing of all. And that is because the person totally ignores you, like you won't hear from them in 2 weeks. But then all of a sudden you notice they're reading your posts. They may even comment. They may kind of stalk you or try to go around and figure out where you are. Or out of the blue, they'll say, hey, listen, missing you. Can we get together? Now, you may say, oh, no, I checked this person out a long time ago. But most of the time, we don't, because we're curious, too. And so you get excited and you're like, yeah, okay, let's meet up and talk. You know what's most likely going to happen? They're not going to be any more committal than they were before. Or if they are, then they put you in a situation where you have to decide what you think, what's going to be best for you. I mean, after all, do you want someone that is inconsistent? Do you want someone who loves you one day or not the next? Do you want someone who can stand you up and maybe is flaky? I mean, let's face it, in relationships, the most important thing is communication. And do you want someone that isn't comfortable enough in their own skin with their own story that they won't be able to tell you how they're feeling in their life, what's going on with them if they're with you? When somebody really likes you, they are after you. They begin making sacrifices for you. There is no doubt in your mind. Know that before you give one of these people a second chance.